Hi, it's Dan Lesniak from the Orange Line Living team here at Optime Realty. I'm here today for another session of our Ask the Real Estate Agent segment. Today's question is one that I've gotten from both sellers and buyers, and it has to do with how do you value a home that doesn't have any recent comparables. So sometimes when you're looking at buying or selling a home, it's fairly easy to put a value on the home because lots of similar types have sold in the last 3 to 6 months. But what happens when you have a case, where you don't have any data or recent sales of something similar? Well, what we typically do for that is something that I call parallel analysis. And usually we do this one of two ways. One is by using time. The second is by using geography. So real quick, first on the time method. To do that, we will look at when was the last time that particular condo or townhouse or home sold. So, let's say it was 3 years ago, right? And just, for the sake of, this example, we'll say it was a large condo. There haven't been any large condo sales, in that area recently. But 3 years ago it sold for a certain price. Now what we'll do in this situation is look back 3 years, see what other condos were selling for at the time, bigger or smaller ones, and see what they've done in the last 3 years since then. So if condos in the same building or area have gone up 10% in the last 3 years, we'll apply that growth rate to the last sale of the unit we're trying to figure out the value, and then increase it by 10% in this example. Now the other way, of course, for parallel analysis is to use geography. So maybe you're looking at a large, home in Arlington, in an area close to the metro, but there aren't any similar sales like that. Maybe if you look at alternatives near metros in Alexandria or Washington, D.C., you can get an idea of, all right, what else is available in this, for this type of home with similar size, similar features, in an area that provides, similar options as the subject area. So, we know there are great walkable places in Arlington near metros. There's also places like that in, Washington, D.C., Alexandria, Bethesda. So we're kind of looking at similar options that might exist and using that data. Both of these methods are imperfect, but they do provide a way of getting some benchmarks that can help you either as a seller for deciding what price to list your home, or as a buyer and deciding, is it worth a certain amount, or what should my offer be. So I hope that helps answer your questions about how to put a value on homes that don't have recent comparable sales. And please feel free to give us a call or email us if you have got a specific question about, how to value a unique home. It's something our team has done a lot. We've got a lot of experience doing it and a great track record. And if you have any other questions for our next Ask the Agent segment, we'd love to hear. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.